A white male with salt and pepper hair, neatly cropped beard, wearing a tan cardigan over a brown shirt. On the projection screen, DORS, Agency Performance Measures, SRC Retreat, August 27th, 2025.
Okay. All right, hello. If you don't know me, my name is Seth Maisley. I'm the Staff Specialist for Program Evaluation and Aware Support with DORS. I'm in the position, I'm filling in for Patrick today. We're going to talk over some performance measures and a brief thing about QA. I'm in the position Patrick was in before he moved up to his current position.
This is Kim Schultz, Director of Communications and Accessibility, a white female with short blonde hair and glasses, wearing a multicolored dress of teal, green, and white flowers. On the screen, the landing page of the MSRC website.
So Erica just told me that I have to welcome back the online crew. Welcome back. If you're online and you didn't hear me make this recommendation earlier, what we're going to be doing now is doing a quick tutorial about the MSRC's website. So if you have the ability on your own device at home or wherever you are to pull the site up. So a little bit of background about the site. The product that is used for this is called SharePoint, and it's the state template. And actually this site was one of the very first sites that was built in this template because it's pretty simple. It's also going to be one of the very first sites to go to what they call the new content management system, or CMS, that the state is implementing. But the way the site works is, and this is similar to the DORS site, the top is sort of your audiences or your basic information. So for the MSRC, it's more basic information. So it's our about, it's how to be a member, it's information about meetings, reports, and resources. And we'll go through all of this. The other thing that this site has is what's called responsive design. If you don't know what that is, it means that when you look at it on something different than a computer screen, it reformats itself. So let's just scroll down a little bit just to show you what. And the reason I decided to do this is something came up at one of our meetings and I got a lot of questions about it afterward. So I thought, well, I wonder how many members have actually looked at the site. So let's spend a little time on it today. So we have the basic belief. The MSR believes that employment is critical to the quality of citizenship and the quality of citizens of Maryland with disabilities, and then it has the mission. Click on this link, it will go to information about joining. And if you click on this link, it goes to a list of all of our meetings. And then we always have the most recent meeting right on the front. So that's always on the home page. It goes into a little bit more detail about what the MSRC is, about how the governor appoints it. These are the primary roles of the MSRC. And then this is a link to the state plan, which you all have input into when that's done. We have the schedule of the scheduled meetings here, and we also have the DORS 2 public meetings scheduled here, which are actually the MSRC DORS public meetings. So one of the things that the Rehabilitation Services Act, or RSA requires is that we give the public the opportunity to give feedback about our program. So that's an obligation that MSRC and DORS have jointly, and so public meetings have to be scheduled. What the meetings are to sort of look at a higher level of how VR is being administered and make suggestions. So most of the attendees we get at those meetings are usually community rehabilitation providers. And then the annual report. The language out of the Rehabilitation Act calls for the MSRC to prepare and submit an annual report to the governor or appropriate state entity and the commissioner of RSA, and post it to the citizens of Maryland. Gets covered by posting it on the website. So every year you all are required to compose an annual report, and it has to be submitted by December 31st. So it's usually pretty simple. It's usually a letter from the chair, and it talks about, some of the accomplishments, some of the concerns, and then usually includes statistics. And the other statistic that we usually include in this is how much other public outreach we're doing, because DORS does at least 200, and usually more than that, public events a year, and I keep track of that. David, who's one of my assistants, keeps track of that. But so we can show, yes, we are out in the community, yes, we are getting the good word out. That needs to be included in this report.